they said, oh, they don't know anything. There is no God. That's what children say in their heart. They won't say it loudly because they know that, they are small and you. But as they grow up and they come to the teenage, what do they do? They say, I'm not interested. What God? Who's God? That's what happens. So what happens is that the believers now get saved on the campuses have more interest, but the believers' children who go to the campuses have no interest. That's what is happening. By God's grace, some believers who get on the campuses, coming from non-Christian background, they get saved and they are the ones who keep our churches going. Our own children, they have no interest. Because they are being educated, they are discipled by the pagans. This system has to be changed. I'm not saying that everybody can send their children to Christian schools. I'm not saying that everybody should do home teaching. If you can do, that's good. And if I think 4 or 5 families get together, their mothers will get together, good home teaching can be given because different people will teach different subjects. The children together, they will have their society also there, they will have, everything there. That could be carried out very effectively, like in many America, people are doing that. Every church they will have, the children are all taught in homeschooling and the women in the church they take care of, they get together. Somebody with the social studies subjects graduate, they will teach social studies. Somebody in the maths will teach maths. So they get all there and they have all the career activities and everything. So they are not exposed to all this unnecessary thing. And we may not be able to do it immediately here, but at least I say that let parents read the textbook and show the children what is the truth. When they come back and take the lesson and say that what did your teacher tell you? Teacher told me that man, came out of monkey. What did you tell the teacher? Well, our children should ask questions. Simply ask, teacher, did you also come from a monkey? You ask that, children ask that, did you also come from a monkey? But you don't look like a monkey. Yeah, if we prepare our children, then those teachers themselves say that, you study it only for exam. This is not true. This is not true. But the sad thing is, born again baptized believers are teaching on Monday evolution after preaching on Sunday creation. That's what people are. On Sunday they are creationists and on Monday they are evolutionists. Inconsistency. For the sake of earning a living, they will do anything. The Malayalam we are saying that Kallini Jatum, Chakaraki Jatum. I don't know how to translate that in English because somebody will tap the coconut tree for making toddy and somebody else for making the jaggerin, whatever called it, chakra, But this is all true, so we need to act. Be responsible parents. Be responsible. If the mothers will do their lesson first and teach the children, how much the children will be benefited. Our children will be much ahead of other children. Because our children come to the class prepared already. Questions, answers, everything. They can participate in the discussions more intelligently. They can ask questions more intelligently to the teachers. But we don't do that.
Will this not lead to confusion, Uncle? Will this not lead to confusion because in school they are learning evolution, we are teaching creation?
No, the confusion will be gone. You are a filter, you filter out the dirt.
Because nowadays children are more attached, more, what to say, they think teachers are more knowledgeable than the parents.
Yeah, that's what you have to correct. Teachers are less knowledgeable than your, mother and father. You have to, you be a good teacher. Yeah, it's all, why? Because parents have no time to invest for their children. See, average housewife gets up in the morning, cooks something and gives the children and pack, and she has to go 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock to work. And she comes back 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock tired. Children are actually a liability. They cannot give to the children the due amount of attention and love. That's the problem. There is no confusion. Why confusion should come? We said that the teachers teach it because they are required to teach it to get their pay. But dad and mom teach it not because we are not paid by anybody, but we want our children to know the truth. You think, I always believed my parents much far better than I believed any of my teachers. Honestly. I loved my parents better than my teachers. I believed my parents better than my teachers. I respected my parents better than my teachers. I think that's natural. Natural.
What should a teacher believer do?
What should they?
A teacher who is a believer, what should she do?
What she will do?
In the class.
If I am a teacher, after teaching that lesson, I will say, now children, I want to say something. This is only a theory. It's not the reality. Have you ever seen any sign of evolution anywhere, even a small creature coming out of a stone or mud? Never. Never. None of these people have. They don't want to believe in God, so they made this right. We always see dogs giving birth to dogs, cow giving birth to cow, man giving birth to man. We never give monkeys giving birth to another. It never happens. I believe that teachers have the freedom to say that after teaching the lesson. So when the question comes for your exam, you write what the book says. But for your reference in your software, you put it down. Man is created by God. The teacher can. If the teacher is afraid, you should not be a teacher. Because teachers are supposed to be the advocates of truth.
Uncle, if one wants to follow
One more. One of our students, studying in the 12th grade was, for the biology, he was given an assignment to write an essay on, a kind of a research paper, 10 page, something like that, to write proving evolution is correct. He has written, an essay proving evolution is wrong. That's what he did. He gave it hand over. He got an A+ for it. I don't agree what you did, but your conclusion was correct because you have proved your point. I don't believe it. Teacher said, I believe in evolution, but I cannot refute your arguments. See, that's the truth, If the teacher cannot refute the arguments,
they better give the marks.
the faith is what she believes. Most of the people are not intellectually honest. To be true. Most of the teachers are intellectually dishonest. Because do these teachers go to temple and church and all? Do they call somebody called God, Deva? That means they believe in God. How can they create teacher? They say they are not honest. They are inconsistent. They teach what they don't believe. Or they practice what they don't believe. Whatever way. So I think that a Christian teacher has to tell the students, this is not true, this is not proven, this is only a theory.
On religion, anti-history, there are 3 chapters. One on Jainism, Buddhism, that I omitted. Next chapter there's on Bhaktism, then on Sufism. That's it. Third chapter. Like there were 3 chapters. So ultimately, 3rd chapter they didn't give you permission to omit. So then I just removed the principles and I just said these are the saints. Like there's so much of religion in history textbooks nowadays.
Because history textbooks cannot remove religion. Because the history of the world is the religious history. You take the history of Europe, what else is there? You take the history of India, it's all religious history. Either it is the advancement of Hinduism, the people from the Vedic age came from the Persia, came here and pushed the Dravidians away and they established their religion, or the Mughals emperors came and captured the Hindus and converted them. This is a religious history. What else is there? So history cannot overlook what happened. The thing is, what we could do is, there is observation, the certain facts are written down, but the interpretation of the fact is different. The interpretation of the fact is different. That's where the difference comes. Yes.
Uncle, if one wants to, yeah, if one wants to follow this, for example, as a children or as a college student, there's so much bullying happening. I was talking to one of my friends. I was saying that marriage is good, and he was saying like, oh, you're such a old-minded guy. You still believe in this dummy institution called marriage. There's so much bully happening, so much discouragement, and how do you cope up with this? We know this information, but to do it, there needs to be...
Well, you have to be honestly say that, stand up and say that I'm an old timer, I believe in that institution called marriage. But you know something? How many years it has been, according to you ask, man was on the earth? They may say 10,000. So how many years marriage was continuing?
It's 9,000.
Okay. So your system is not tested, right? A product is good if it can withstand time. If something can withstand time for 9,000 years, you have come up with a new system, you're asking me to buy this new system? Was your father married, mother married? You have to ask, Don't allow them to put you to the defense, put them to the defense. Yeah, that's what we're done. Christians sometimes are afraid that the world will put us in the defense, the old system of marriage, Yeah, so we have to ask. Something time immemorial, even from a non-Christian point of view, say that something that has been 9,000 years, if we say 10,000 years of world, okay, it's not 9,000, 9,890 years, or even not more than 9,950 years. It's only lasted a few years in India. So all these years, marriage was tested and it was found good. It provided stability, decency, children were loved and cared for, and all those things. And I'm not going to throw this away just like that, because somebody like you said, besides I haven't seen in you any signs of, wisdom. I will say that. You don't sound like a wise man. You don't sound like a wise man. Wisdom says for something that lasted without any problem for 9,000 years, then that there is wisdom in that. Your theory is not even tested. I don't know how long you and the woman that you stay with will live together. How many men she has to share her body with, how many you? You think that's better? That's not better, No, we need to, answer people. Sometimes we have to offend people. Don't be afraid of offending people. Some people have to be offended. They were offending you and they rejected the marriage, right? Why should you be so polite and apologetic? Look their face and say, you sound like a modernist without any base. Is your theory tested? How long it has been practiced? The Russia practiced it, when communism was there, Russia practiced it. They said that marriage is a Christian institution. We want to get rid of it. They tried it. The streets of Russia were with children unclaimed. Government immediately stopped it. It doesn't work. It doesn't work.